I have over 5,000 hours on Ark, and 98% of those are on PvE. Today I wanted to see if I could survive just one day on a PvP FiberCraft server. Which, if you don't know, means that your crafting menu will look like this, as long as you have one fiber in your inventory. I started by spawning on the beaches of Vikings Bay, fully expecting to die immediately, but I didn't. Instead, I found a bag and was quickly shown how this experience would be when I went to go and get it and lagged back to where I was. After seeing nothing in the bag, I started to level up. To my surprise, I had all of my levels just handed to me. I put one level into health and was shocked to see that I got 150 health per level. If only real Ark was like this. Spent the next few minutes pumping all of my levels into what I thought would help me the most, and here's what my stats looked like in the end. After I leveled myself up, I ran to the nearest structure that I saw. Probably not the best idea in PvP, but I saw no turrets. When I got there, I found this body and took everything they had. I was going to continue down the beach, but then I saw these cliff platforms and figured that maybe going that way wasn't the best idea. I quickly realized that if I wanted anything, I would need fiber because, well...
You stupid!
While I was getting it, I found this level 540 megalith, and was scared to see just how high these levels would get. Spoiler alert, not much higher. Got my fiber and made a spyglass and was off to explore the rest of the map. I hopped into the water and was surprised to see that I swam at the speed of Aquaman on steroids. I got across the river and made myself a ghillie suit because I wanted to blend in. I figured the best approach to PvP would be stealth. I was wrong. As I was speeding around the map, I came across this base, I think. I saw some turrets, so I knew to stay away from there and was lagged back again. As I started walking away, I passed this tree and saw this and died immediately after. Maybe this wasn't going to be so easy. I then decided to spawn in the Highlands because I figured it would be the safest option for right now, and right when I spawned I saw a green drop and sprinted to get there. The drop was filled with kibble, med brews, some plant seeds, and more Rhyniagnatha. That thing's pheromone. I took it all and ran away before anyone else who might be coming for the drop saw me. I got up the hill and wanted to tame a pteranodon. I found a level 220 and knocked it out with one punch with my bare fist. It tamed after I put every type of kibble in it because I didn't know what it took, and I made a saddle. Turns out tames also get all their levels right away, and I made this thing basically have infinite stam and a lot of health. I then did what anyone else would and got a yellow drop. Inside was everything I would need to make a pretty big base. I then got shot by some turrets as I flew away. As I was flying around, I found a mana that I wanted to tame, so I went on a mission to knock it out with a club. It didn't work and it kept flying away, so I gave up. As I got closer to Green Ob, I saw this. More metal behemoth gates than I have ever seen in my thousands of hours of playing. Found a white drop and got a bunch of blueprints and a tech replicated. I then found a small hole to hide in while I made the stuff. After just a few minutes, I was fully decked out with full ascendant gear and lots of ammo. I was pretty much ready for anything. Afterwards, I felt prepared to tame a mana and went with my net gun to find one. First one I found was a level 540, and sure enough I had no difficulty taming it in the most peaceful way I could. With my new tame that had a lot of stam and health, I went out to find a place to build a base. I got to the desert area and saw a few bases I knew I should stay away from, but while I was just walking around I got grabbed by a guy on a bat, but I managed to get away. Now I knew how dangerous this was and had to keep my guard up at all times. As I got deeper into the desert, I saw so many gigas that I just had to tame them. I eventually trapped a level 560 and started shooting it with tranks. For a boosted server, this still took a while to do. It knocked out and tamed up shortly after, and I realized that I needed cryopods, so I went to go and make some of those. then got back and put my Giga into its Pokeball and went to find another one so I could breed them. I eventually found a 580 female and trapped it. While I was tranking it, I saw this. The bat guy was back, but I was not letting this stop my tame. I couldn't see where he went, but I knew he was close, so I used some evasive maneuvers while shooting the Giga so he couldn't grab me. It eventually tamed up, and I went to build the base. I was searching for a while, and during my search, this happened. I got killed by invisible turrets. I was sad, but wouldn't let that stop me. I needed my stuff back. When I got back, I saw what killed me. Turrets weren't invisible, they just didn't load in. Gotta love Ark. Got my stuff back and saw this in the chat. I decided to talk to them and they came down to where I died. I made a storage box with my best stuff just in case they killed me, and I went to go and talk to them. Turns out they were pretty nice and gave me stuff for my base. I was not expecting this type of hospitality from a super boosted PvP server, not gonna lie. After that, I needed a flyer, so I went out and tamed a griffin. It was a low level, but good enough. While flying around, immediately after taming it, I found a better griffin and tamed that one instead. After that tamed, I went out to tame an Arthropleura just in case I needed to destroy any structures. As I was looking for a place to build, I needed to log off, so I found a small cave and hid in the corner.
5 hours later.
I eventually got back on, and to my surprise, I didn't die, and everything in my inventory was untouched. After searching for another 30 minutes or so, I found the spot I wanted to build. Started putting up a small box and some turrets outside, and I had some behemoth gates, so I went to put them around my base just like I saw earlier. After my box base was done, I started putting down all the turrets. I put a lot inside my base and made some hatch frames for the outside where I put a lot more. After that was done, I flew up to admire my magnificent base.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
And then I got off for the night. I got back on the next morning, ready to go on my first raid, and I got wiped. Well, I couldn't say I didn't see that coming.